That's right. So some new faces around the cabinet table and also some old faces in new jobs. And what Keir Starmer, I think we can hear a bit of it, is saying to them is growth is the number one priority. That's what they need to focus on. And what he calls phase two, which is the bit that begins now, is about delivery. They must deliver and make people feel better off. Of course, behind the scenes, you've got a contest within the Labour Party to be the deputy leader. That's not the deputy prime minister, that's David Lammy, but it's replacing Angela Rayner as the elected deputy leader of the party. And we've heard this morning that Bridget Phillipson, the education secretary, is putting her hat in the ring. She would appear to be the candidate that Number 10 are backing. She says that she's a northern working class woman and she can take the fight to Nigel Farage and Reform. Would expect that she will easily get the 80 nominations from her colleagues that they have to get by Thursday afternoon. It's a quick timetable, but it's very interesting who else is running. We've just heard this morning that Dame Emily Thornberry, who was in Keir Starmer's shadow cabinet before the election but did not end up round the top table, is running. And she has said that the leadership has made mistakes in its first year in office, and she will be not just nodding along but criticising them, whether it's, and she lists several things, welfare, Gaza and a wealth tax. So if she gets the nominations from MPs and is in this contest, we could be looking at a supportive cabinet member versus someone who is saying the leadership need to move in a more leftward direction and has made clear that she would be standing firm against further cuts to welfare. We wait to see if other candidates will also join the race.
I think we just got a little bit of a statement from Prime Minister. We saw it being recorded, in fact, in that first pitch, and we've now got it. Let's listen to the Prime Minister.
Let me welcome you to this cabinet team and to the next stage of our journey as we move from the stage of fixing foundations now on to the stage of national renewal. And you are all here around this table, each and every one of you, because you're the right people for this stage of our journey, the right people, therefore, to focus on our priorities, which are economic growth and national renewal, and the right people to heed the patriotic call to lift up our country and take it forward to national renewal for millions of working people. And that focus on...
So that was the Prime Minister speaking moments ago to the cameras at the start of the Cabinet meeting, which, of course, continues without the cameras. Tomorrow, he talked about economic growth and national renewal. He used the word patriotic national renewal a little bit later. Clearly, as always the case there, two flags behind him. Didn't list small boats or immigration as one of those two priorities. Maybe it's implied, sort of. But what did you make of that?
Oh, it's definitely a priority for the new Home Secretary. But Keir Starmer came in with 5 priorities, and number 1 was economic growth. And some say he hasn't really focused enough on it. It's not something he talks about relentlessly. He wants to focus on it now, and he's telling his new cabinet team that that is their priority as we head towards, at the end of November, an extremely difficult budget as Rachel Reeves tries to balance the books. And lots of people believe that can only be done with more tax rises. So a very difficult few months ahead. He says that this is their top priority. Last night at an internal Labour Party meeting, he told MPs that Nigel Farage was a plastic patriot, someone who pretends to be patriotic. He now wants to try and claim that mantle of patriotism for the Labour government. And that part of that, I'm sure, will be in the coming months a big focus on getting the immigration system under control. And his new Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, has already started that task and said that people who cross the channel in small boats and the gangs who take them there are utterly unacceptable. So it's another reset. We've had a few already, and I think the question is whether this one can work. And the Prime Minister will need to be very clear with his cabinet about what he wants them to do. But I think the next few weeks, if we have a real contest on our hands with the deputy leadership, if that ends up being a kind of referendum on Keir Starmer, and you have candidates in that race, because it runs till the end of October, who want to criticise the leadership, saying they took the wrong decisions on taxes, on welfare and on foreign affairs, that could be a running commentary, I think, that Number 10 would not really relish.